My name is Divina Lade. I'm from the Philippines. I work for an organization called RARE. RARE's mission is to inspire change so people and nature thrive. So specifically in the Philippines, we promote sustainable fisheries. So we work with coastal fishing communities in the Philippines. So promoting best practices in fisheries management, empowering the community, empowering fishers to be better fishers. I heard about bears through a colleague, actually my supervisor. I was talking to him, sharing my thoughts about, I'm really interested in a short course about sustainable development or sustainable management. So I was in that line of thinking that maybe I'll take a short course first and then transition maybe to a master's degree focusing on sustainable management, because I see it as a multidisciplinary approach, and then everything seems to fall into place. He shared with me a link about bears last year, and I was like, maybe this is it. So I immediately filled out the form and answered all the questions, and filling it out actually was like, I was already excited, like as I answered every question, I got so excited, and then always looking forward on my inbox, like, is there any result? Or every step of the way, it always gives me the excitement and thrill every time I receive an update on the application. And I'm very fortunate and very thankful, really grateful for the sponsorship that I received from Mr. and Mrs. Ruth and Mike Cheng. So that really helped me a lot in getting me here, basically. So the organization also helped me, and I also willingly contributed out from my own pocket, because I see this as an investment. I mean, reading about what bears ELP can offer, that really pushed me to like really work for it, and looking forward to not just learn from other fellows and the professors in the university, but also enthusiastic about what can I share to other fellows, like my experience in sustainable development that we do in the Philippines, project management, or the behavior change as a tool that we use in conservation.
So seeing as how excited you were for the program before it even started, so obviously you had these high expectations, and how did those expectations and the reality of the program, how did they compare? So once you got to the program, how did your expectations?
Right, so coming over here, the enthusiasm was very, very high, and expectation was very, very high. It's like, this is UC Berkeley, this is Bears ELP, and I also have a hesitation that, oh God, maybe I might be having a problem adjusting to the new concepts, but that actually how do I say this? There are concepts that I did not know, so I really appreciate that. Although it was at first, it was like, these are new and interesting. I had a difficulty at first, reflecting on it, how do this information relate to what I do? So, but realizing it the first week, really reflecting on it, it's it actually gives me a bigger perspective, looking at the big picture. Because what I do is, although we are focused on fisheries, but it really helps if you see what are other components out there, or aspects that you see the big picture and how you see it, how you see them all played play and connect, like connecting the puzzle, like solving the world's biggest problems. Social marketers call it wicked problem. This wicked problem requires creative solutions. Learning the concept about agroeconomy, bioeconomic, these are new things to me. But I really appreciate it, like how energy about climate change, like when you talk about climate change, it's just all about like what I know is like the big picture climate change. But different professors have different perspective on specific area, on energy, on biodiversity. How does climate change affect biodiversity? But sharing what climate change, what's the effect of climate change on fisheries, that's another story. So seeing how they all fit in the big puzzle, I think that's a good, a fresh perspective. That's from my own point of view. So it's good to see the big picture.
Yeah, you hit on another question that I was going to ask, so that was perfect. How did the program complement your background, and how do you think what you learned here will help you reach your professional goals in the future, whether that be going and attaining your master's or continuing your current work?
Again, going back to what I've learned in the past 3 weeks, from too technical to leadership, I would like to share what my reflection is on this. Like, knowing the foundational concepts, and I think you might be an expert on specific field or other field, but to me what really is important is developing your character as a leader. So I think the Susan Carpenter session on collaborative leadership and facilitation, I have a background on facilitation, but that actually helped me to reevaluate how I do as a facilitator. The thoughts on how to become a facilitative leader, how to be a collaborative leader, that really hit me. Like, okay, I do this. So it's for me like 50% attitude and 50% character that builds a good leader. Like, it's not just about knowing what to do or knowing the process, but really be empathic to others. To me, that's important, and that was actually validated by Zach Wong yesterday, when he said that a good leader is when a good leader leads the people, you don't manage. Or so I really reflected on this, like they really all connect, like, which is good. Like I'm the type of person who reflects on what I hear, so reflecting on that one. So technical skills is good. I still value technical skills. I need my work on applying behavior change strategies in the Philippines, in the Philippine setting, in fisheries. Lucky for me, I have the technical skill. I know the technical skill, but I have to balance it with facilitative and leadership skills. So the thing I always see as a challenge, and I keep challenging myself as well, like I don't settle on like I know this and I know that, but I challenge myself to improve myself every day, like to be a better version of yourself. And yeah, the ELP helped me reflect on that one on a deeper level. So that's a good thing for me. Like I invest on myself so I can help others, and if I help others, I'd be able to collaborate better build relationships with other people to to have a better sharing of idea and solve the wicked problem.